What's up, guys? I'm BTC. An Overwatch player has broken a brand new level record, Diablo 4 leaks seem to be confirmed, and more. First thing I want to get to is a big congratulations to TreeboyDave. He is the highest level player in the entire world by quite a bit, and he just broke a new milestone. He is the first player to ever pass level 10,000. Now, for some reason, people seem to think that other streamers are higher level, but no, it's not even close. Even if they have a diamond portrait, TreeboyDave is thousands and thousands of levels ahead of them. Now, he did also show this, which is a specialized level 10,000 level portrait. I don't know if he made this or someone made it for him, and it's cool, but I don't think Blizzard would ever be willing to add something like this because then other people are going to want to have their own special stuff. Now, that actually brings up another topic, which is, should Blizzard add in custom things like sprays and icons and stuff for YouTubers and streamers and stuff, because there are other games that do stuff like that. So that's an interesting idea. If you think that they should add stuff like that, let me know down below. Also, if you want to check out the full clip of him hitting level 10,000, I'm going to put a link to that down in the description of the video, so you can go check that out. You can also drop a follow on his Twitch stream, because he does stream all the time, every time he's playing Overwatch when he's trying to get these levels. The next stop is level 15,000, so if you want to check him out while he's on his way there, links below. The next thing to talk about is what appears to be a fully genuine leak for Diablo 4. Now, just recently, I covered some of the BlizzCon Overwatch 2 leak stuff, but along with those, there was also the supposed leak of a Diablo 2 remastered and Diablo 4. Now, here is the thing. People have been predicting Diablo 4 for a very long time, and last year, with the absolute disaster of Diablo Immortal, even more people are saying, yeah, they're gonna have to announce Diablo 4 at this year's BlizzCon. Otherwise, you know, it's just going to be even worse of a situation. They blundered so much last year that they can't afford to really not announce Diablo 4. Even if it's still in the early stages, they kind of have to. But anyways, this leak, which appears to be completely genuine, taken from a German magazine, shows an advertisement for the art of Diablo. It's a book. It has lots of really awesome full-color images from Diablo and different things that are related to it. And the thing is, with the translation of the ad, it says, you know, something to the effect of, check out the artwork from Diablo 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it actually does say that Diablo 4 artwork is included in this book. And this is where a lot of people are looking at this and saying, oh, yeah, they're definitely announcing it at this year's BlizzCon because you have the new official art book that has content from Diablo 4. Now, this could entirely be a misprint. Maybe it wasn't supposed to be there on accident, right? Like, maybe there isn't actually Diablo 4, but I think chances are pretty good. Now, here's the other question, though. If the Diablo 4 leak was true, does that mean the Overwatch 2 leaks are true? Well, maybe, maybe not. Again, remember, so many people have been predicting Diablo 4 that, you know, it's not really that difficult to just, oh yeah, they're gonna announce Diablo 4. I mean, probably thousands and thousands of people said the same thing. So does this confirm the Overwatch 2 leaks? Well, not so much, but it does kind of push it a little bit more into believable. I guess we'll find out in a couple weeks when BlizzCon starts up. Something else that I want to talk about very quickly is the announcement of Project A, which is a hero-based tactical FPS from Riot Games. Now, this game is pretty much a blend of CSGO, TF2, and Overwatch. And maybe even some of their own League of Legends stuff is getting thrown in there as well, because, I mean, it's from the people that make that game. So, the thing is, when you're looking at this game, it very much looks grounded in what you would see in most CSGO maps, right? You even have, you know, the big A and the B on the side telling you where to go for the capture zones and stuff like that. But you do have some elements of the game that are a little bit more kind of Overwatchy, where they have, you know, the large walls and the bubbles and that sort of stuff. Now, from what I can tell, this is, first of all, this is very, very early game footage. But it does seem to be kind of what I would say is a playable alpha state, right? I don't think it's in, any sort of beta state at this point. It's probably just referred to as playable alpha. I don't know if they're going to have any sort of closed beta or open beta at any time soon. I would expect probably not for a little while. My guess is the reason why they're even announcing this is because of all the problems that Blizzard is going through right now. And because BlizzCon is coming up pretty soon, they're like, hey, why don't we announce our game while everybody is mad at Blizzard, and then we can kind of, ruin a little bit of BlizzCon a little bit. So that might be their kind of rationale for announcing it right now, because again, it's just referred to as Project A. Like, they don't even have an actual title for the game. Maybe they do, but they're not announcing it yet. So the gameplay itself, again, looks very kind of grounded in what you would see in CSGO with some extra elements to it. First impression is that it looks really good. It has a lot of the elements from CSGO that I like, combined with some of the other stuff from Overwatch that I also like. And it just seems to be a really good kind of mesh of those two things. Now, with the barriers that you see in the game, so what I can tell from the footage is there appears to be two different kinds of things that you can place in the environment, at least for right now. The first looks more like what Mei can do, where it's a physical wall that prevents the enemy from being able to either move through it or attack through it. They can try to attack and destroy it. As you can see in one of the clips right here, they break away a piece of it. Other ones, like that big dome thing, seem to be just a solid object that nobody can pass through. And also there's another kind that seems to be more like the smoke from CSGO, where it just kind of blocks vision. So there's multiple different kinds, but so far it doesn't look like there's any barriers like you would see in Overwatch, which would be a really, really good thing, because barriers they're not terrible, but they're very difficult to balance around, and obviously they can cause a lot of problems. Now, another thing that I do want to point out is the solid objects that you create block attacks from everyone, so it appears that even you cannot attack through them. So once more, they're just like the Mei Ice Wall kind of stuff. Something else that they mentioned briefly during the announcement video, which was really interesting, is that they are actively trying to get rid of something known as Peeker's Advantage. Now, if you're a CSGO player, then you're probably already well aware of what this is. Overwatch, probably not so much, but essentially what it boils down to is if a person has lag or a higher ping, then they can look around a corner and attack you before you even see them show up. Because what's happening is, because they're lagging, it takes more time for their client to tell the server, hey, I'm moving out around the corner. And then that server has to relay the information to you. Now, you might have a really fast connection, so the server is getting you the information very quickly. But the delay from the other person's client to the server is what's causing the problem. So what's happening is that they peek out, then they see you, they attack you, and then the server registers the hit before it even tells you that the person has moved out from behind the corner. So that's the Peeker's Advantage. Basically, they can pop out from around a corner and hit you before you even see them on your screen. And if they're trying to actively get rid of that sort of thing and change their netcode so that you don't have to worry about it, that is going to be a massive thing. And again, Overwatch players might not care about it all that much. You probably don't notice it too much because most of the time you're not kind of having these 1v1 duels in Overwatch, right? Everything is just kind of a big group fight and it's a mess. It's not like you have to peek out from around a corner. Maybe if you're playing Widow or Hanzo, then yeah, that's definitely a situation. But in CSGO and other games like it, it's a much, much bigger issue because those 1v1s and you don't respawn. So like if you lose that, then chances are your team has a good chance of now losing the round because of that. So them dealing with Peeker's Advantage is huge. So the game does look pretty decent so far. It's taken the correct elements from CSGO and merged them with some of the stuff from Overwatch, and it seems to work. Now, this is still very, very early footage. Obviously, there's lots of stuff we don't know about the game. We don't know how the maps are going to be played out. We don't know how the abilities are going to be fully. We don't know if there's ultimates. We don't know how the weapon system works. It does appear that the abilities are unique to the character types, but since it looks like you can actually drop the weapons when the character gets taken out, maybe there's a buy period kind of like what you have in CSGO. So again, it might be a mix of best of both worlds kind of situation, and it might be an amazing game, but it's still a little bit too early to tell. This is something that I'm definitely interested in, though, and I'm going to keep a little bit more of an eye on this game. So what do you guys think about this Project A? And if you see something like this, would you be willing to play this instead of Overwatch? Let me know down below. Thanks for watching, and if you'd like to see more, subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss anything. Also, come hang out in my Discord server and my Twitch live stream. Special thanks to my Patreon supporters. If you'd like to see what kind of cool VIP rewards you can get, check the links down below. And remember, always blame the controller, because it's never your fault.